you can
Totally.
literally always change your mind.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's cool. Sorry? You go right now? All right.
Right now?
Right now? All right. Well, here we are back at Fourth Space. Today we're with Megan, and you know, people are always walking by, they see you set up here,
Yeah.
and we see some text that says monkeying around, and we see some interesting visuals on the screen.
Yeah.
What's this all about? Tell me a bit about this.
So I study, doing my PhD. I did complete my master's with Concordia as well. So I study Japanese macaques over in Japan. And when I was there for my master's, we set up this foraging array. And so we're sort of looking at decision making and how individual variables influence choice and how they're moving through space, and just how that changes with the context change. And so we thought it would be really fun to do sort of a citizen science, like participatory event, and have humans be monkeys and see how they are.
Wow. And,
yeah.
And how do you do that?
So we have the same experiment set up as we did with the monkeys, and we are just sort of collecting the data at this stage. So we're just looking at how people are moving through space and how different sort of versions of that might affect choices.
Right.
I don't want to give you all the details, but
yeah, no, well, you don't have to get into it too much, but without giving away all the details, what do you tell people when they're walking by to kind of invite them in?
Please help with my research.
That
Please
always
give
works.
us a bigger data set.
Yeah.
The more people that participate, the more we can sort of get trends and make comparisons. One of our lab mates has studied the same experiment with squirrels. So it's kind of neat to see all different types of species doing the same sort of thing. This sort of traveling through space is not a new thing to study in people. It's often studied on a computer screen. So it's just sort of a slightly different angle on that, and being able to compare it to other species. Our colleagues have also studied it in vervet monkeys, and they're even just comparing the vervet monkeys from over in Africa and Uganda to the Japanese macaques. They make slightly different choices just from the different sort of context that they live in.
Right. And so what drew you to the Japanese macaques?
I think just sort of my advisor works and studies there, so that's how I ended up there. But I'm really glad that's where I get to do my studying.
Yeah.
So the field site that we do our research on is on Awaji Island. I like to say it's the biggest little island in the Seto Sea. So there's a whole bunch of little islands, but it is a slightly bigger one, and there's a population of about 400 to 450 monkeys. So it's slightly different than a lot of the other places that you can observe the monkeys in Japan. So it's kind of just a little bit unique that way.
Yeah, and you were there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to go in 2019. I spent 3 months there for my master's, and so I'll get to go again for my PhD next summer.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing. And how many other people are you working on this with?
So this one is, I guess we sort of have collaborators, loosely affiliated with U of T, but mainly it's out of our lab. So my advisor, Dr. Sarah Turner, and then, yeah, we're the only ones doing this specific experiment, but there are other grad students that have gone to the field site and studied other different facets of Japanese macaques.
But ultimately, this is your research. This is your thing. Very cool, very cool. And how much longer are you here for?
We're here till Friday, so please come and visit us.
Every day you're here.
Yeah, we'll give you candy.
Candy.
And teach you science.
Teaching science.
Like, be a data point in our data set, which sounds boring but really exciting.
No, well, I know I like being a data point in a data set. So
we roped you in Monday.
Exactly. Well, Megan, thank you so much for joining us. I'm hoping that it's going well, and I'm sure it will go even better.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your help.
Totally. All right, thank you.